Bonjour and welcome back to my channel. This video is a minimalist beauty hacks, and this video is sponsored by Lilysilk, which I will get to later. I am a minimalist, and I think for a lot of people minimalism means having less, owning less, just having less stuff around you, an empty space. And whilst there is definitely some sort of truth to that, I think what I have found throughout my own minimalist journey is that minimalism is so much more about the time I can save myself, the work I can save myself, and generally whenever I can save myself some mental space. And sometimes that means owning more, sometimes that means doing things differently. And so with all that said, these beauty hacks are all things that I do myself to simplify my life, or basically do myself a huge favor, which cost me basically no time. In Denmark, there is a mantra which translates roughly into "it's better to prevent than to cure," and that is exactly what these hacks are all about. If you are not new to my channel, you probably know that I used to be a makeup artist for a number of years, and that means that my makeup and my beauty routine is extremely set in stone. It doesn't change much, so whenever I change or add anything, it's definitely to make my life easier or to overall better my beauty position. Anyway, let's get into it. The first beauty hack that I'm going to get into is using silk pillowcases. Lilysilk sent me these beautiful silk pillowcases, extremely smooth, extremely comfortable. Embarrassingly for me, I didn't have any silk pillowcases before Lilysilk sent me this, but truth be told, I actually had exactly these cases bookmarked in my tabs for like a year before Lilysilk actually reached out to me and send them to me free of charge instead, which is really nice. I've been sleeping with them for the past week. Now I have just washed them and steamed them after. I'm gonna put them back on my pillows and continue to use them. Sleeping on silk, in my experience, is quite cool to the touch. This is a very satin smooth silk, so it is really comfortable. I picked the classic white with the folded ends. There's a bunch more ends that you can pick, like the zipper or buttons, but I've always preferred this sort of folded end for my bed sheet, so that is what I went with. You probably spend around 8 hours laying on your pillow each night, and the smooth surface of silk compared to cotton or linen means less talking and creases on your skin all night, means less finer lines and wrinkles long term. I've heard that also shorter term, that if you have bad skin or troubles with your skin, that sleeping on silk will help. Switching to silk pillowcases, I'm honestly a bit mad at myself that it took me until a brand reached out to me to finally get this done, because I've probably been thinking that I should switch to silk pillowcases for at least 4 years now, like literally, and I just never got around to it until now. Switching to silk pillowcases is just, it's such a small fix that will make basically no other difference to your life. It's not gonna make it harder to go to sleep at night. It's not gonna take up a bunch of work, and who knows how much of a difference it's going to make long term. I mean, obviously I can't speak for that, but rather safe than sorry, and rather prevent than to cure, as I said. And I will be sleeping with these ones from now on, and I'm going to, if not make a video about it, then long term I'm also going to do a blog post about how they're holding up, because obviously they are quite new. But 5 out of 5 stars so far. The seams seem perfect, like I can tug at it, nothing moves. And it's also notable to mention that the pillowcases are Eco-Tex certified by Standard 100. Basically what that means is that everything that goes into creating the pillow, whether there's also a zipper in it or just the fabric in general or the thread, everything is tested for any harmful substances. When you do spend all this time laying your head on these cases, you need to know that no harmful chemicals or substances are present as you're using the item, basically. A last point to be made about this is just that obviously now I'm talking a lot about skin, and I think that that is just because that is what's really important to me. But obviously the same also goes for hair. When you lay your hair on this pillow with the silky smooth surface, there's also less tucking and creasing in your hair. And again, I haven't used these long term yet, but anecdotally, it's supposed to also make your hair break less, and over time will make help your hair be stronger. My next beauty hack is silk scrunchies. Now this is another product that was gifted to me by lilysilk as well. They asked me if I wanted to pick some scrunchies, and if you are regular to my channel, you know that I am a huge scrunchie person. It is one of the only places where, obviously I have quite a minimal wardrobe, so this is one of the only places where I sort of allow myself excessive stuff. And at night I will often braid my hair, and then I will tie the end with a scrunchie. I will also be wearing scrunchies actually almost every day. Usually I will be wearing like a low bun or a ponytail on and off throughout the day. I really like the options that I have for scrunchies, but I didn't have anything in silk. I do have a couple ones in polyester that, to be honest, gets almost nowhere at this point in my life. You know how I feel about polyester. Actually, these scrunchies were sent to me about 6 weeks ago, and right now I only have 3. I kind of lost track of one of them, which might not be like perfect for a sponsored video, but if anything, it's just a testament to the fact that I use these religiously all the time, every single one of them. I got them in a package, like I picked a color and then I got these 4 sizes, and honestly, like, the quality is unreal. Usually if you buy like a satin scrunchie, it will, and especially if it's a smooth surface, it will start to pull some strings and stuff like that, and just after a while it won't look as nice. But these I've been using all the time. I've been using the smaller one almost every night to braid my hair and go to bed. And again, here it comes back with silk, that it is just better for your hair, which is also something I've always known, but I never bothered to make the change. So yeah, I'm really grateful that this opportunity just kind of wiggled its way into my life. I immediately adopted these, and to be completely honest, my other scrunchies have gotten next to nowhere since I got these, just because these are feel so comfortable and luxurious on the hair. Like, truly just became like a staple immediately after I received them. This might not seem like a huge deal, but that is the entire point. It's one of those things where if you just invest in a silk scrunchie next time, instead of like especially the regular hair ties, they're awful for your hair, but I already wasn't using them. But also, instead of investing in another scrunchie, it's something that long term will just do you better. And just for me personally, you know what I'm like. If I know what I'm wearing is of better quality, I just also feel better about keeping the item around, so that also helps. My next beauty hack is a big one, and please listen to what I have to say. It is about sunscreen, and in this beauty hacks case specifically, so sunscreen on your face. This is a huge case of the prevent rather than cure. Having the most intricate, long, pampering skincare regimen and looking all over for what type of different products in every category of this scent you should go for have become like extremely popular and sought after. And I feel like with this like over interest in skincare, people forget that you cannot fix what has already been done to the skin. The number one reason of premature aging of the skin is the sun. Please protect your skin, especially the skin in your face, from the sun. I wear sunscreen every single day, at least in the warm seasons, under my makeup. I wear one from Ultrasun. It's a Swiss brand and I have been really happy with it, but I will also say it's not perfect, so I will still be on the lookout for something that's even better, or that I like even better for my face. If you are here listening to me speaking about this right now and you're like, oh, but sunscreen in the face is just, it doesn't feel nice, it sticks, or it's uncomfortable, whatever. I feel like this is not really a journey you can pass on. You need to keep searching until you find a sunscreen that works for you, that isn't uncomfortable. I mean, obviously you can do what you want, but since you're here, I'm gonna say it like that anyway. Start wearing sunscreen on your face every day, at least in the warm seasons, and start looking for something that you can stand wearing. It's not a journey that you can't get on. Number 4 of my beauty regimen, or my minimalist beauty hacks that I also use every single day myself, is a primer. A primer is that little cream-like thing that you put after all of your skincare and before all of your makeup, which basically protects your skin from your makeup and makes your makeup stick on longer as well. The primer protects your face from the makeup, from often pollution, other dirt particles that might be in the air. And in the case of SPF primers, even though they cannot substitute your sunscreen, they do protect from the sun as well. And the primer I am using, which is the one I swear by, has a 25 SPF to it. So in winter, that is what I will be wearing as my sunscreen, or instead of my sunscreen. Wearing a primer, both if you don't use makeup, but especially if you do use makeup, it keeps your makeup looking better much longer throughout the day as well. It can make your skin clearer with time as well, and it makes it easier to remove all of your makeup in the night. However, not all primers are equal, just like everything else is not equal with whatever. Basically what I'm saying is that you need to find a primer that you can breathe through, or that your skin can breathe through. I personally use the Veil Mineral Primer from Hourglass. I've done so for years at this point, and I won't recommend any other primer, not because I'm sure there's a few other quite good primers out there as well, but I just swear by this one. It is so good, and yeah, use it every single day. My fifth hack of my beauty regime, or the fifth minimalist beauty hack, is eyebrows. The eyebrows really truly does make the face, which is why not having your ideal eyebrow shape is such a disfavor to make to yourself. We spend so much money on other beauty stuff, and I feel like often the eyebrow is sort of neglected a little bit. And basically where I'm going with this hack is get your eyebrows done by a professional. Unless of course you are just super happy with your eyebrows and you feel like they suit your face the best they can and you don't even have to fill them in daily, or you don't, then so be it. Obviously with every tip, take it or leave it, but I feel like putting your eyebrows growing them out, even using a serum to grow them out completely for the first time if need be, take your eyebrows to a professional. Just pick somewhere that has like basic good reviews, and they will not mess up your eyebrow. They know what they're doing, and it's just gonna make you look so much more put together. And it's also, if you get them tinted as well, in most cases you won't have to really do much to your eyebrows on a day-to-day basis. Like I said, I did used to be a makeup artist, so I do wax my eyebrows myself, but if I didn't have the skill to do so, I would also go to a professional. And actually sometimes I do as well when it's been a while, and sometimes I feel like over time I will mess up the shape a little bit, so maybe once a year or once every 18 months I will grow out my eyebrows completely, actually go to a professional or like a former coworker and have them start all over, and then I'll try to maintain the shape from there. This is a huge time saver for me because I do that once every other week. I wax them and I tint them, and it just looks so much more put together. Whenever, I've said this in a few other videos as well, but whenever you have to fill in your eyebrow day to day, even if it's just a little, it is just going to look less natural than if you didn't have to do that at all, and you could just set them with like a clear brow gel to make them look really nice and put together. So this was actually the tips that I had. I do of course have a discount for the lilysilk products down in my description. The code is Naja15. So if you want to switch out and up your game in your beauty routine a little bit, like I have with some of these, then use my link, of course, getting some of that off of lilysilk, or of course whatever else that you would like to get there. Every other link is in the description, and other than that, I just really hope you enjoyed this video. I actually really enjoyed making it because these are major points to my life that is just like all true. I use and enjoy all of them, and yeah, hope you found it helpful as always, and if you did, please give the video a like. It does help out my small channel, and if you are here for the first time, don't hesitate subscribing to my channel because I would love to keep you around. Thanks for watching, and farewell!